Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Joanna. Thank you so much for coming back. For those of you who are new, thank you so much for visiting. I hope you stay here. This is going to be these are going to be your readings for the month of March. I won't make a long introduction other than lots of exciting changes. Most of the signs have some pretty substantial changes leading to good things. So it's a lot of excitement. I felt a lot of excitement, energy when I was doing most of the signs. So there is very much a lot of new beginnings that I felt are happening. And all of us are going through challenges, minor and major, and it has to do with the energies we are attracting, we are being surrounded by. So it's a lot of interesting things going on. For those of you who want a longer prediction, I have the 6-month videos, and that information is down below, and also exclusive relationship videos or messages for the entire 2018. That information is down below too. I talk about general these are general readings, so I do touch on various aspects, but they don't exclusively focus in on relationships. And with that said, thank you so much for liking, sharing, for making appointments with me. Thank you so much. I appreciate this more than you will ever know. And of course, if that is what you wish, that information is down below for you. Thank you again so much. I wish you best of luck in the month of March. Lots of success, and I look forward to seeing you soon. And now, without further ado, let's get started. Hello, beautiful Geminis. This is going to be your reading for the month of March 2018. I'm actually very excited about this. There's a lot of excitement in these readings in March. Somehow March has always felt to me since last year that it was almost like a chunk of something will leave us and we will be ready to move on with something bigger and better. So it's no different for you. There's a lot of vulnerability with what I feel in the month of March. Somehow it's connected to August. So just put the month of August somewhere there and see if that fits with you. Just kind of flew in. So there's a lot of vulnerability. There's a lot of emotional baggage and conflict resolution. So you will be able, it's a fertile ground and energy for you to let go of some long-standing issues within you and also with somebody else. The number 8 is one of your numbers, which is all about strength. That's the strength card in a tarot deck, in a major arcana. It's about strength. It's about resilience. It's about stability. It's about abundance. It's about control. And the number 1, which is all about new beginnings. So many of you are just about to close one door and you are just about to open another. But you're kind of in this in-between stage. For some of you, circumstances have ended and now you're in this a bit of a status quo, and for some of you this will transpire and there is an inevitable brand new beginning. And I see it here, although the beginning for some of you may not be in March, but you will certainly feel like you are moving more towards this. So and the number 9 is obviously about letting things go. So let me just see if there's anything else. As you're moving forward, you also are pushing things aside, like things that are stopping you from what you want to do, and also naysayers. So if there's been a group of people around you or a person who is doubting what you do or your abilities, you are to address this within yourself and ask yourself if this is something you want around you. For some of you, the word doubt comes from someone who is no longer in this place, in this sphere or in your life, and their emotional baggage, though they're not here any longer, is weighing you down or has been weighing you down. And for some of you, it's literally has been tripping you up. And what I mean by this is the image I have is somebody reaches from the past and they take your leg and then they grab the leg and you fall flat face first. You fall on your face, which to me signifies crap. Failure is the word I hear. So for those of you who have been trying to build something, trying to solidify something, and you feel somehow that you have been held by this invisible force or your emotional baggage or somebody's negative belief system, it seems that in the month of March there is an absolution, resolution, an inner conflict resolution. So that is fantastic. It's a healing. It's a very healing energy that you are attracting. But at the same time, we are all going through major shift and changes, especially with these eclipses we just had. So it makes absolute sense to me that you would be going through something ginormous like the other signs too, and that's fantastic. For those of you who felt like their hands have been tied in a certain area, I feel like you are resolving this and you're loosening things up. So it looks like you might have more movement, or you will feel a little bit more in control in the month of March. I'm being taken to a December. December is somehow a very important month connecting to this. So maybe some of you were born, well, you were not born in December. Maybe you had a loss in December some time ago, or something happened, or transaction, I don't know, something about December. I'm not sure which one, but December comes up. Okay, move on. The energy that represents your theme is, ta-da, victory and success. Yes. But the way it's shown to me is the victory and success has to do with something in your past. I feel many of you will overcome some pretty dark aspects of you that are rooted in the past. This is emotional thinking and conditioning. Emotional thinking. This is emotional and conditioning. This is conditioning connected. The red here to me signifies, and I'm just getting all this stuff. The red here signifies that whatever it is that has been holding you back. See that black cloud? Well, you're emerging from it. You're emerging with success. But what I was going to say is that the redness to me signifies that a lot of what you are dealing with from your past has presented obstacles in your life when it comes to safety and security. Okay? Financial security, emotional security, financial safety, emotional safety. All safety and security connected to first chakra and second chakra to do with trust. That is being highlighted, and it feels like for many of you the month of March, I want to go back to December, the month of March is going to either help you acknowledge some things or help you break some long-standing patterns, and I talk about this in some other sign, and you will feel victorious. So this is about overcoming junk from the past. Then I said, okay, show me. What junk are they dealing with? You have Five of Cups in reverse. You have the Hanged Man twice. He shows up twice. And you also have the Knight of Pentacles. So what this is saying to me is that your success is going to be about something that you were not able to let go of emotionally, that is connected to a loss that has effectively kept you hanging or made you feel like nothing you ever do is right, or stuck, which obviously prevents a lot of the time the energy of abundance or lack of passion or lack of stability. So you are going to gain success over that because you're going to be eliminating some things by looking at some aspect of your life from the past. So what are you leaving behind, or what it is that you need to leave behind? Two cards showed up. Seven of Coins in reverse and Hangman again in reverse. So what you are leaving behind is lack of success, lack of rewards. I feel many of you have invested in a relationship or financially, and you were not getting what you thought you wanted. There was a lack of, either there was a lack of commitment to what you were doing, or there was a lack of commitment to yourself. But what I'm seeing here is that there was a fundamental lack of gain from something you have invested yourself in. This could be a belief system as well. If we are really stuck on a certain belief system but nothing is happening, maybe it's time to change our belief system or change how we do things. And I don't want to get overcomplicated, but point is, whatever the stuckness was has made you feel, well, like you can't move forward. So Hangman in reverse to me means many things. For some time, depending on what the situation is, it's a release. In this time, it almost makes me feel like you are committed to staying in the space of lack. I know it's a weird thing, because who on earth would want to commit to that? But sometimes when we have unresolved things from the past, remember, you're facing a lot of stuff from your past, a lot of darkness, a lot of dark stuff, not darkness, a lot of dark components, things that are our shadow sides, things we don't like, basically, or are afraid of. But if we have a fundamental lack in whatever it is within us, and it is our deeply rooted belief system, we will have a tendency to repeat that pattern until we no longer repeat it. Okay. So, but point is what I say here, and they're talking financially here. For those of you who have struggled financially and you have committed yourself to a cause or to a job or to something you really believe in or idea, and it has not been giving you what you wanted in return, you are leaving that behind. In other words, new things are coming. Expansion is part of your path. New beginnings, which is 1, and 9 is leaving this behind. So this is the ending. So that's fantastic. I want to say the word rebirth and regeneration. So what might you be experiencing in the month of March, April-ish, but I want to say March. Several cards popped up. All I'm going to say here is this. Okay, let's go through the cards. You have 4 of Swords, which is rest after difficulties. You have Empress, which is all about birth. You have the Chariot, fantastic. And then you have the Emperor. Yes, it's in reverse, and we'll talk about why. So what I see here is that the month of March may offer you enough stillness in your mind from the thoughts that keep you stuck. And as a result of it, you may get some new ideas. There's a lot of expansion that is happening. It's an energy of expansion, but this expansion is more of an internal expansion. So there's an aspect of you, your soul, your whatever you want to call it, is yearning to be more, to have more, to create more. And with that comes birth of new ideas, birth of babies. Some of you might be getting pregnant in the month of March or April. Some of you might be giving birth to a child, giving birth to new ideas, new projects, new ways of thinking, being, and believing, which in turn will help you regain your momentum, because I feel many of you have lost it at some point. This is also charging forward, and I see a lot of fire here, even though it's not a fire card. I don't think. I see a lot of fire here. This is a lot to do with passion, love. It has to do with finances too, but this is about obligations to yourself versus somebody else. What do you mean by that? I hear stop lying to yourself. So if you have been in a situation where you have been doing things for other people, or you have been wired to do things for other people and you do it, a pleaser, for example, it's time for you to be honest with yourself and ask the truth, because you're here to overcome some stuckness, okay? And stuckness can be everywhere in your life or some places in your life. Point is, there's a lot of movement around creation and expansion. Now, why is the Emperor coming in reverse? You know what? Let me just... Okay, so one of the things I'm seeing here and I'm hearing is don't be cocky. Not something that comes with the card, I don't think. Point is, you are getting the Emperor, which is control. But the Emperor in the position of reverse can speak to someone who can be controlling, rigid. So what I'm going to say here is, yes, there might very well be a movement forward. Yes, things might be moving forward fairly quickly. Yes, there is expansion. Yes, all of this you're leaving behind. Just be mindful not to be a tyrant. I don't even know why I said that. But if you have a tendency towards control, or rigid way of thinking. And it's not necessarily controlling somebody else. If you are so controlled in your ways, if you are a certain way only, if you're like very controlled, creation is very fluid. Obviously, control is very rigid. So this is almost a bit of like a, when things are going to start moving forward, and they will start to move forward very quickly. For some of you, it's a move as well. The message for some of you is don't be a tyrant. So if you're a boss, be nice to your employees. If you are someone who generally needs to feel control, just make sure you don't go overboard with the control thing. That's what I'm getting from this, okay? Because sometimes when we get really excited, we kind of, fall in prey to different aspects that may not. What I'm trying to say is be this guy. Don't be this guy, okay? Unless you really have to, but be this guy. It's also about fairness. Fairness to yourself and fairness to other people. I don't know why I just said that, but that's what I'm hearing. What might you expect in the next little while? So I asked for a projection of few months. You have in your beginning, you have the Ace of Wands that showed up in reverse, and all this is telling me is that this is not going to transpire in March. This is going to transpire a little bit down the road. I want to say April, May, June, in the next few months. So there might be a little bit of frustration with this, because you can feel there's a new beginning, you can feel there's a new expansion. You certainly want to move forward and charge forward like the chariot that you are. But I feel for some of you, the financial aspect might become a bit of a challenge. What do I mean by that? You may be waiting for a loan, and it might be happening a little bit slower than you like. You may be waiting for an approval of something, and it might be happening a little bit slower than you like. You may be waiting for somebody to lend you money, somebody to give you money, somebody to make a choice or decision. So there's a momentary pause here that may make you feel a little bit frustrated. Point is, be diligent with your thoughts and don't go back to your old ways of thinking. For many of you, you have the Temperance in reverse. So that's it's lack of flow, but it's also impatience. Now, remember you had the Emperor in reverse. He's also very impatient when he's in this position. All I want to say here that things are definitely moving forward. And one of the biggest messages you have after this is timing. Everything in divine timing. For those of you who have been stuck for quite some time, which is not enough sustenance, not enough finances, not enough money, not enough whatever, and that made you stuck, you might want to move through things very quickly because you want what you want and you want what you deserve. Totally get it. But if there is a slight delay and you don't see things in March or even April, know that everything happens in divine timing. The other message you have is new life. And this is basically saying that many of you are going to be entering an aspect of your physical existence that's very new to you. New ways of doing things, a reformed way of being, new way of being in a relationship, starting a completely new career, looking at the world in a very different way through a very different set of lenses. And with that comes the understanding that you may not always know what you're doing, which means you really have to rely on your intuition and be open to different ideas and they're saying manage your time effectively. Some of the stuckness and some of the challenge maybe precisely because it's something new and you don't quite know how this works yet. So the not knowing is leaving you a little bit frustrated. Point is, you are moving forward. There is a brand new life awaiting you, but you're moving into it slowly rather than it being right where you want it right in the month of March. That's how I want to say it. Remember, you have the 8 number, which is the number of strength, perseverance, resilience, and control. You actually have the Chariot. So, and you have victory and success. This is a lot about your old stuff, leaving things behind. And I think that's all I have. What I want to say here is this: the key is always inside of you. That's the message I'm being asked to say. And with that, I think that's all I've got. Looks like my video is going very wonky this month. I have no idea why. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and I hope this makes sense. For private sessions, that information is down below for you. This won't make sense to you at the very beginning, I don't think, for most of you anyway. So listen to it at the end or in April sometime. But you are moving into a different territory, and just keep remembering this. The energy that are supporting you are energies towards success, right? So keep that in mind. And with that said, I wish you best of luck, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.